It looks great the rest of the afternoon. However, we get into tomorrow, it turns a little bit cooler, and then it gets really cold there for a weekend with a very interesting setup. I'll show you how that affects your plans coming up.
DNA evidence cracks a cold case in Montgomery County. The two accused killers are now standing before a judge for the first time in the case.
Kentucky State Police are investigating what they're calling alleged inappropriate behavior involving the Powell County High School's boys basketball team.
This is WKYT News at Noon.
Good afternoon from WKYT News. I'm Barbara Bailey.
I'm Bill Bryant. Here's what's happening at noon. A major breakthrough this midday in the hunt for terrorists who gunned down 129 people in France last week.
The man police say organized Friday's deadly rampage has been confirmed dead. Jonathan Vigliotti has the latest now from Paris. It's our top story at noon.
The French prosecutor now says the mastermind of the Paris terror attacks was killed in yesterday's raid in Saint-Denis. Fingerprints were used to identify Abdelhamid Abaoud's body, which was riddled with bullets. Parisians welcomed the news.
It's great, very great, because France is very sad about what happened.
Prosecutors also say the woman who blew herself up when the raid started was Abaoud's cousin. The manhunt continues for attackers who got away, including 26-year-old Salah Abdeslam. The Daily Mail obtained surveillance video that shows a gunman opening fire on a cafe. You can see people running for their lives in a hail of bullets.
The fear of another attack has some Parisians avoiding crowded places. There's more traffic on the streets as people stay away from the subway.
When we are all gathered in a small place, it's an easy target, this man said. We worry someone will come again and attack us. France's prime minister warned legislators today the next attack could be with chemical or biological weapons. He wants to extend the nation's state of emergency 3 months, giving security forces the power to search and detain suspects without a warrant. Jonathan Vigliotti, CBS News, Paris.
The bill to extend the state of emergency past the lower house goes to Parliament's upper house on Friday. Meanwhile, the White House says President Obama still plans to travel to Paris for the upcoming climate talks later this month. Deputy National Security Advisor Ben Rhodes says the U.S. has great confidence in France's government's ability to maintain security while the president is there. The climate negotiations take place November 30th and December 1st.
Well, the rain has pushed out of the bluegrass region here at midday. It's left behind some much cooler temperatures, and it's going to get colder as we head into the weekend. Let's go to WKYT meteorologist Micah Harris, live in our First Alert Weather Center with some details on that. Micah?
Well, you think about it, yesterday we were actually in the lower 70s for some locations, and now we're sitting there in the upper 50s to lower 60s as of right now. Beautiful sky. It looks really nice. Roughly 60 degrees in all locations, even some 60s already over toward the east-southeast. And we'll finish off right there in the lower 60s when it's all said and done. So this is a good-looking day, a pretty decent-feeling day, but those winds making it cool at times. As we go off into the night and into tomorrow morning, 31 degrees to wake up right around freezing. And then you can see the big difference. 1 p.m. today at 60, 1 p.m. tomorrow holding on to 49 degrees. Focus of the forecast, obviously, that weekend. Winter weather is possible, and also some of the coldest temperatures you've seen so far this fall season. We'll show you that, how low we go coming up.
Micah, thank you. With just 2 weeks to go before the season tips off, there are several questions today surrounding a reported incident involving the Powell County High School boys basketball team. State police confirmed to us this morning they are investigating. WKYT's Hillary Thornton is in Stanton now with more on this developing story at noon.
An investigation is underway here at Powell County High School into what we are told is being called alleged inappropriate behavior. Kentucky State Police are handling the investigation. Troopers say the alleged inappropriate behavior involves the high school's boys basketball team. We are told police officially started this investigation just a few hours ago, and at this point they do not have much information to release. They do say all involved in the reported incident are underage. Now, there is an unmarked police cruiser outside of this school. It is not clear if that is part of this investigation or not. School officials have not made any comments about the investigation. We are told the superintendent has been in meetings all morning. We did see him go into the high school here a few hours ago, and he is still inside of the school. We are told the school system does plan to release a statement soon. In Powell County, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Hillary, thank you. Now, state police are telling us that they were first notified about the alleged incident last night, and they began their investigation this morning. Well, an Indiana man is facing charges after police say he traveled to a Kentucky school to meet a 13-year-old girl. 18-year-old Brandon Johnson was arrested at Foley Middle School in Berea. According to officers, Johnson showed up at the school and told officials that he was there to meet his girlfriend. Police found multiple inappropriate pictures and videos exchanged between Johnson and the victim. He is now charged with 50 counts each of using a minor in a sexual performance, possession of child pornography, and using electronics to get child pornography.
2 people accused in a Central Kentucky cold case murder have pleaded not guilty. Nikki Miller and Cody Hall are charged with murder and robbery in the death of Paul Brewer. He was found dead in his Montgomery County home 4 years ago. WKYT's Mark Barber is in Mount Sterling now with the latest on the case. Mark.
There were no fireworks during the arraignments for the 2 Powell County men accused of murder in the cold case. In fact, their arraignments were almost over as soon as they started. They waited as the judge appointed public defenders for their case and then set their next court date. Deputies say Cody Hall and Nikki Miller flew under the radar for nearly 4 years until DNA evidence cracked the cold case and led to their arrests. Hall was found at the Hope Center in Lexington. Miller was found at his home in Stanton. Both men are accused of robbing and murdering Paul Brewer back in December 2011. That's when Brewer was found dead in his home on Natalie Drive. Deputies tell WKYT that he was shot several times. Detectives think 2 women were also involved in Brewer's murder. We're told Brewer let the women into his home before he was killed. The sheriff says DNA is still being processed, and they think it will lead to 2 more arrests in this case. As for Miller and Hall, they will be back in court for their preliminary hearing on November 30th. In Montgomery County, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Mark, thank you. And we reached out to Hall's brother, but he says he does not want to talk about the murder case. Friends and family will say a final farewell today to a 7-year-old girl who was murdered last weekend as police continue to look for her killer. Gabby Doolin disappeared from a football game at Scottsville High School Saturday night. Her body was later found in a creek nearby. Her funeral is scheduled for 1 o'clock this afternoon at Scottsville Baptist Church.
It has been more than a week now since Richmond police officer Daniel Ellis was laid to rest. Police say he was shot in the head by 34-year-old Riley Sizemore. Our investigations team here at WKYT has been looking into Sizemore's lengthy criminal history. They also obtained the last parole board hearing where Sizemore was released from prison. Officer Ellis's brother says Sizemore never should have gotten a chance to get out of prison in the first place.
Why does he get a second and third and fourth and fifth and sixth and seventh chance? It's a simple question. Hopefully somebody can answer that.
Tonight on WKYT News at 6, we'll show you the parole board hearing where Sizemore was granted parole months before he was charged with killing Officer Ellis. The Urban County Council is expected to decide whether to raise Lexington's minimum wage, and it could come later today. A second reading on the proposal is on tonight's council agenda. The proposal calls for raising the minimum wage to $10.10 an hour. The increase would put it in place over the next 3 years. Louisville's City Council voted to raise the minimum wage there last year. An annual tradition will light up Lexington tonight. We're talking about the Southern Lights Stroll going on out at the Kentucky Horse Park. The public will be allowed to walk, run, or stroll through thousands of dazzling holiday lights. This is the 14th season for the 5K race. Registration begins at 5 o'clock. The race is at 6:30. Southern Lights will then open to the public tomorrow, and you can go driving through and enjoy it, and hot chocolate and all that.
Always a
really
wonderful
fun.
time.
Yes. Well, Kentucky natives Jennifer Lawrence and Josh Hutcherson walked the red carpet in the Big Apple for the New York premiere of The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2.
This is Lawrence's last turn as Katniss Everdeen and Hutcherson's last run as Peeta Mellark. The stars say they're sad to see the global phenomenon come to an end. but say it's the right time. The cast has been on a whirlwind tour across the world promoting the movie, which may be why Hutcherson hasn't had time to keep up with his beloved Kentucky Wildcats.
Man, I've been sleeping, and Kentucky won, right?
By 11.
And stop.
See, he was happy once somebody told him that Kentucky beat Duke. The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2 hits theaters nationwide tomorrow.
Yeah, the news got there a little late for him. It's good to have you with us on WKYT. Former Subway pitchman Jared Fogle has learned his fate today in a child porn and sex crimes case out of Indianapolis. Find out how long he'll be spending behind bars. Coming up next on Kentucky's #1 Midday News.
Also ahead, singer Carly Simon has revealed part of the inspiration behind one of pop music's biggest mysteries. We'll tell you who she says is behind the song You're So Vain, coming up on WKYT News at noon.